Kyle, very good to see you today. We are talking retirement milestones, the ages that trigger big financial decisions. There are a handful of ages that can dramatically shape your retirement strategy, affecting everything from taxes to healthcare. Some dates unlock benefits, others create costly mistakes and costs if missed. So let's start with age 59 and a half. This is when you can take distributions from qualified accounts without the early withdrawal penalty, and you are eligible for an in-service rollover. Tell me about both.
Hey, Aaron, absolutely. I like these milestones because people are so excited when they reach them. So it
Yeah.
is fun to coach them through what happens. At 59 and a half, you become eligible in most cases to be able to take distributions from an IRA, a Roth IRA, without any tax penalty. So you still pay taxes on your traditional IRA withdrawals, but you don't pay that 10% penalty anymore on those distributions. What you don't want to do, and just generally speaking, a lot of times you don't want to do this, is if you've saved a bunch of money in your 401k and it's all pre-tax and you just turned 59 and a half, if you can absolutely avoid it, you probably should, taking all of that money out day one, the minute you turn 59 and a half, because what happens is you pay taxes on all that money and it looks
All
like
at once.
that money's added to your income. It looks like you made a ton of money
Mhm,
in that 1 year. So you don't want it all to go to Uncle Sam the minute you turn 59 and a half.
mhm. And how about that in-service rollover?
The in-service rollover is another big thing that a lot of people overlook. And what it allows you to do, and not every plan allows this, but a lot of them do, is if you're still working through age 59 and a half, maybe into your 60s, you can roll over part or all of your employer plan balance to a privately managed IRA or Roth IRA. So it's a way to get you some professional management on that money. Whereas, the 401ks of the world can be pretty limiting in what you can
Mhm,
invest in. So
mhm,
it's a more important thing as you get closer to retirement.
mhm. All right, next we have age 62. This is when you are first eligible to claim Social Security, but should you?
Yep. And a lot of people say I'm turning 62. I'm so excited to turn it on. And I understand the sentiment. I mean, you may have
Yeah.
been working for years, but right there on the screen, you can see the hit that you're going to take if you take it early. If you were to wait till your full retirement age, for most people now it's 67. If you take it at 62, you're taking a 30% reduction in your benefit by taking it that early. And that's not all. That can affect your spouse's benefit. If they're relying on
Right,
your
right.
Social Security benefit, that can in turn reduce what they'll receive when they're filing for theirs. And also, there are earnings limits that the Social Security Administration imposes on people that take their benefit early, because in their eyes, it's as if you're retiring early. So if you're still working and you're collecting your Social Security benefit at age 62 up to about age 66, that number's around 30,000, just shy of that you can earn at a job before they start to withhold some of your benefits. So
Mhm.
if you're still working, especially, you want to be super mindful of that rule
Yeah.
and take that decision very carefully.
Right. All right. Next, we have age 65. This is when you are eligible for Medicare, and this is a date you don't want to forget. Why is that?
Well, it's for sure. If you don't sign up for Medicare in a timely manner, you do get penalized. So you
Yeah.
want to be aware that that's coming. And this is also one of those ages, Aaron, where we get the biggest, one of the biggest sighs of relief from people that, they may not have to pay for a marketplace plan anymore. So it's important to understand. And then when you turn 64 and a half, or right around there, 64, there's this magical target that appears on your back, and every Medicare agent in the world, or at least in your state, is going to be calling you trying to sell you a Medicare policy. So a great way to deal with that pressure of being marketed to is just choose a team that can help you. We can help our clients with this. We're happy to help them navigate that decision and make sure that you're choosing the right plan for you and your family too.
Right. All right. Another age that you want to mark down is 70 and a half. This is an important age for anyone who is charitably inclined. Why is that?
Yep. So you and I talk about it quite often. The qualified charitable distributions. It's a way to take money from your IRA, your traditional IRA, bypass taking that money and putting it in your pocket, and instead sending it straight to a charity. It's got to be a qualified 501c3. It can be a church as long as they've got the right filing status. And you don't pay taxes on that money. So it just goes straight from the IRA to the charity. The old RMD age used to be about 70 and a half. And that was when you became eligible to start doing those qualified charitable distributions. Well, you can still do it at age 70 and a half, even though that age, the RMD age, is not exactly the same anymore.
Such a great way to lower your taxable income. All right. And last, we have age 73, which you kind of just touched on. This is when most of us have to start taking our required minimum distributions.
Yep. And so again, this age was moved, used to be 70 and a half. Then very briefly, it was 72. Now a lot of people aging in they have to be 73. And then if you're born in 1960 or later, as you can see on the screen there, your RMD age is actually going to be pushed out to 75. So the RMD is a required minimum distribution. It's an amount that you have to take out relative to your life expectancy from your pre-tax account, your IRA, traditional IRA. Your Roth is not subject to this rule. Important to understand. But that RMD is something that can really come back to bite you if you don't do the right planning. We've met with people where they're turning 73 and a half and they just now decided to look for an advisory team to help them. And they just let their IRA sit there their whole time. They retired maybe in their early 60s. Almost 10 years went by. They didn't do any Roth conversions or planning. And now they're like, hey, I've got an $80,000 RMD. What do I do? You don't want to be that person if you can avoid it. Try to plan on the front end and try to mitigate what that might be if you don't need it.
Right. No, a lot goes into these trigger ages, like you said. And I know, Kyle, that you are Johnny on the spot with your clients, making sure that when these milestones come up, that you can help guide them through it. A lot of things you don't want to miss here. But if somebody has more questions, what's the best way to reach you?
Absolutely. Best way is through our website. That's firstcoastfinancialgroup.com.
Wonderful. Kyle, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Aaron.